My glasses are fogging up because I'm still cooling down after the workout today. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't usually do the whole workout. I usually do enough to demonstrate, and there's usually a set or two I just don't do, but today I did the entire workout. I will talk more about it at the end, but I feel so good. I feel like I really accomplished something today, and I don't always feel that way. I think this one was super challenging, but I don't know if it's the chipper or the way I took the workout apart, which was kind of not to. I just went systematically through it, not stopping until I had completed 50 reps, whether it was in 1 set, 2 sets, 5 sets. So that's how I went today. You can do it any way you want, but it is a chipper. It's 50 reps per exercise, whether you do 25 per side of unilateral exercise or 50 per side is up to you, but I do have suggestions. The 10 exercises are, I cannot see, my glasses are all fogged up. The heat from my face is steaming on my glasses. So hand-to-hand swings, I did 50 total. Skull crushers, 50 total. You can split that up into 5 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 15-ish. Uneven thrusters, I did 50 total of those in 5 sets of 10, switching the bells around as I went. Front delt raises, kickstand deadlifts, again 25 per side for those. Hip circle, 2 hip circle exercises, side steps, 50 steps per side, glute bridges, 50 total. 2 combination exercises, the clean lunge, 25 per side, and the swing squat, which we did in the last workout, I think, 50 total. A swing and a squat is 1 rep. Can't get around that. You have to do 50. So eek. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. And finally, bent over rows, do 25 per side. For equipment, you'll need, I've got a 16, a 12, a 14, a 10, a pair of dumbbells, and a hip circle. Woo! Okay, so there is no warm-up today. You're gonna launch right into it. Hand-to-hand swings, little sidestep action there. There is a mirror in front of me, and I like to look in it when I'm working out sometimes, so that's what I do. That's where I moved. Don't forget all your cues. Again, if you ever feel low back strain while you're swinging, think about connecting your armpits, your upper arms, to your upper rib cage quickly after that bell floats out in front of you, and really squeeze your butt on the hip snap. This can almost be relaxing. It's got that metronome kind of rhythm to it. Next is skull crushers. This is a 14 kilo bell, which is 30 pounds, which is kind of the perfect weight. It's probably a 70% of a 1 rep max. Not that you would really do a 1 rep max with something like a skull crusher, but you want to be able to get in a good bunch of reps. I think I'm doing 20 reps here, and feel nice and smoked in those triceps when you're done. Do be careful not to hit your head here. It is called a skull crusher for a reason. Here's the second set after resting a little bit. The only thing I've really cut out of the video today is the rest. I also am doing this workout along with my clients during our thrice weekly Zoom session. Third set. This is a set of 8. I just couldn't do 10 anymore, which made me really happy actually, because it means it's working when your muscles are getting tired. Here's my notebook showing you that I marked off how many I've done, because once you start doing a lot of sets, you will lose count. I have said this in the past, the blood will leave your brain and go to fuel your muscles. And that's when you feel like a da-da dummy. But you're not, you're a smarty. This is like long division. I had remainder 3. Thrusters. I was dreading these. They weren't so bad, but they were pretty bad. 5 sets of 10 using a 12 and a 10. There are a bunch of sparrows in my hedge. 5 of them. They're all chasing each other around. Nature. If these hurt your back, I want you to think about bracing your spine with your breath. It's like you're taking a big swallow of air and pushing it down into that little space between your asshole and your moneymaker, whether you're a boy or a girl. And explode out of the hole, just to add more remarkable imagery to our workout today. And don't let those bells fall in front of you. You never want to be holding those bells with your low back, so keep them nice and close to you, thumbs to collarbones. And a swing, a hike, and a park for extra safety. What is this, a third set? Notice my stance is not too wide. It's just pretty much at shoulder width. Toes flared slightly out. I'm looking in the mirror. Mirrors motivate some of us and they discourage some of us. I have good days and bad days with the mirror. Today was a good day. It's all hormonal, I think. I've been told by another trainer not to look in the mirror, that it's doing something bad to my form. And I believed him at first, and I kind of deferred to his knowledge at first, and then I realized it really motivated me and I wasn't getting hurt, so I kept my mirror practice. Maybe it's vanity, but at the end of the day, whatever is going to keep you coming back to the iron is good. As long as you're not getting hurt. I don't know that there's any such thing as perfect programming. There's only perfect programming for you, and that is the programming that is going to keep you consistent. So a good enough program is fantastic if you keep at it. But a perfect program that you don't do is a shitty program because you're not doing it. This might be why I don't get caught up in percentages and RPEs and all those other initials. I do a lot of it by feel, but basically I count up the entire volume and I try to do a little bit better the next time. This actually has more to do with powerlifting. Now I'm just babbling. Front raises. These are 10-pound dumbbells. And another set. I did 20, 15, 15. It's raining. Slightly soft elbows. I'm hoping I feel these tomorrow. I never feel my lateral raises while I'm doing them. Now I'm showing you that I'm also writing down my weights right next to the number there. And I'll have that information handy if I ever want to compete against myself, which I always do. I'm turning 51 on Wednesday, on May 27th, and I don't know if I have any more PRs in me, but so as far as competing with myself, it might not be fair to me to compete with me. Kickstand deadlifts. I'm holding a pair of uneven bells. I've got a 12 on the working side and a 10 on the non-working side. I'm doing 25 reps. Knocking this one out in 2 sets, 25 per side. When you set up for the kickstand deadlift, it's nice to imagine a line of tape. And your front heel is on the line of tape and your back toe is on the line of tape. If that doesn't make sense, there will be a close-up shot of what I'm talking about without the tape. Very sorry, but there nonetheless. Here it comes. Aha. So see how the back toe and the front heel line up? That's what you do. And then not on a tightrope, but on a train track as far as how wide your feet are from each other. And notice that my hand and arm just trace right down the side of my shin calf. And my hips sit back. Back stays flat. Neutral neck. I really felt these in my butt, and I kept thinking, how am I going to do the hip circle exercises? How am I going to do the clean and lunges? How am I going to get this workout done? What have I done? I've programmed a monster, which is partly why I felt so elated at the end. So here I am freaking out. I have no idea what I said, but I tried to enunciate. So here come the hip circle exercises. These go by very quickly, but they burn like hell, especially this one for me, although one of my clients said the following exercise really smoked her butt. Smoked butt. So 50 side steps, all going to the right side. Sometimes we kind of go back and forth, which is also lovely, but this is sort of like the original classic way, and I do find it more effective. There's my butt. I would definitely have cut that part out if it didn't look good to me, because I'm very, very self-critical. trying not to be. Even at 50 3/4, I'm still learning how to accept my body. There are just so many people out there to compare ourselves to, and you have to compare yourself to somebody who's, I guess, not your ideal. I'm trying not to stick my foot in my mouth here. This is all just to say we're all human, and we're all on our own journeys, and we're always really doing ourselves a disservice and performing a sort of self-harm when we compare ourselves unfavorably to somebody who ultimately has nothing to do with us and our journey. And that goes for how our bodies look, how much money we have, our careers. I pretty much made a career my whole life of just feeling like a loser because I compared myself to other people who I thought I was supposed to be more like. So if you do that, you're not alone. And I can't tell you to just stop it, because that's not how stopping something like that works. I guess it starts with awareness and kindness. Self-love is it's a skill. Glute bridges. So constant attention on the band. My right knee always starts to hurt a little bit doing these. So you'll see my right foot start to move around a little bit. And it's because I'm trying to find a position that doesn't activate this knee pain. I am speeding through these too. This is a pretty fast tempo for yours truly. Okay, so here's the clean and lunge. I'm going to show you this from the side as well. The working leg is the one that's forward, and I always keep that leg forward, and it corresponds with the hand that's holding the bell. It allows me not to get confused and do the same leg twice, even though I've switched hands. There's probably a more efficient way I could have explained that, but I know you understand. We get each other. I wind up stepping that moving leg a little further forward than the other leg, and I find it gives me a better balance, rhythm. Thinking about that metronome metaphor again. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's raining on a plastic drop cloth, just for an added layer of sound. Oh, here it is from the side. Hinging, lunging, hinging, lunging. You'll note that I never stand all the way up. My hips never extend. You're always slightly in that bottom position, which is what is really gonna smoke your thigh. I always say time under tension. Well, that is time under tension. To the nth. So I did 2 sets of 10 per leg, and then 1 set of 5 per leg. Almost done. Dripping. You want to loosen the grip as the bell is twirling into the rack position, or else you're going to get blisters and smack your forearm. I could have said that a little earlier. Two more exercises. Here's the swing squat combo. 5 sets of 10. This was around the time a lot of my clients started getting off the Zoom. They were done. I don't know how they do it. I am always the slowest one. Sometimes they stop me to ask me questions. So maybe that's why, or maybe it's because I start later. I don't know. They inspire me a lot too, obviously. Is that obvious that my clients inspire me? I think most personal trainers are inspired by their clients. At a certain point in a workout like this, you start feeling like a prisoner of it, and it just becomes this grim mission. And that's when I feel like I can relate to CrossFit athletes who have to get through a WOD. But this might be me living in a fantasy world, I don't know. Two more sets. I'm sweating profusely. It's humid. I've rolled my pants down to my hips. How are you doing? Are you crushing it? Are you getting through it? They are one and the same. So I just did 2 squats there because I forgot to do my last squat on the last set, and I was determined to get every single rep completed. Bent over rows. One set of 15 per side plus 1 set of 10 per side. Make sure you don't let that bell just plop down. Use some control on the eccentric portion of the lift. Safer for your shoulder. And you'll get a little more muscle recruitment out of that, so more strength. Flattish back, hinging. One more set. We can do this. There I am looking in the mirror. I know you're using your own notebook at home. If you're not, you're in big trouble. This is a 16K. I fucking finished it. I'm so proud of myself right now. I have checked everything off my list, and this is the first time I ever did a chipper in order. No supersetting, no tri-setting, no going through the whole thing with 10 reps and going back to the top. I just let my OCD tendencies take over. Not true OCD, but the sort of mild, probably not diagnosable kind. Trying to be sensitive here to people who really do have OCD. You know, I've always loved getting a task done, crossing it off my list, clearing all the counters and the surfaces before I leave my house so I know that I'm gonna walk back into a clean house or a tidy house. Much better at tidying than cleaning, but I did everything in order so I could cross it off as I went. These videos are getting longer because my son told me that there was no 15-minute limit for unpopular YouTubers, of which I am one, which is okay, it's okay. I just wanna let you know that I know I've got one foot in reality here, the other in total fantasy land. But that's how I survive, with delusions and illusions and fantasies. And I'm happy there, so hey. So yes, the videos are getting longer because of that, and because it allows me to better explain technique, and it also allows you to work out with me in real time a little bit better. You are keeping me sane and safe and strong, and I would absolutely be a mess emotionally, probably physically too, without these. I can feel the endorphins right now. I can't wait to take a shower. Minimal equipment, smart programming, and you can be lean and toned. Eat a lot of protein. My best diet advice, if you want it, is eat big, full meals with all the macronutrients, carbs, fats, and protein, prioritizing protein, 3 a day or 2 a day. And it will minimize your snacking. The less time you spend eating, the less hungry you will be. The physiological act of sticking food in your mouth and chewing it and swallowing it creates more hunger, which is why I think intermittent fasting works for a lot of people. I don't practice it formally, but I'm sure I kind of do it a little bit naturally. And I would take more walks, but I don't because I'm lazy, but I would like to. I think that would help with my goals aesthetically and all the other shit. Anyway, stay safe, stay strong, stay smart, stay smoking.